Let's talk about creating line work inside of our FieldLink office. Linework allows you to create lines or arcs between design or as-built points. In this exercise, I'm going to go ahead and put in some line work from design points that have already been established or from the model that we placed in here. Okay. In line work mode, you can also edit or delete any created line work that you have created in here. So to access line work, we're going to go to the create mode, and we're going to go ahead and access line work down below in the work slate. So here, our first option is to create line, and this is as simple as just creating or just selecting two individual lines or two individual points. Once you select the two individual points that you want to create a line, you can go ahead and hit create. If you want to do a continuous line, so for instance, I can go ahead and do from 2 points here and then do another series of points. You can continue doing lines all the way around, and then when you're done selecting points, select the create button. So I'm just going to go ahead, we'll do one more here. So you can go all the way around, hit create. So the next part on here is the arc, and we do have an arc in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do two arcs in this area here. So on the arc, again, what we want to specify, just like we did offset before, we want to make sure that we know what the radius is that we're doing. So we're going to select our 2 points, and then we have an arc in place. So we're going to go ahead and change that radius, and we can go ahead and put 10 feet. We can put here 8 feet. Okay, change it back to 5 feet here. Okay, so now we got a 5-foot radius on this drawing here. The other thing that when it comes to arcs, what it's going to do is going to create a point on the center and also on the midpoint of that arc. And we can change which option we want for the arc or even direction if we needed to. Once we specify what we need, we go ahead and hit create. And now you see that it places 100, 101. There's really not a place to define what the name of the point's going to be. It's just going to go ahead and put in 100, 101, whatever it's available in the first sequence. By default, the program starts at 100. All right, so we get out of that. And lastly, the last part is the division of a line. And the division of a line, you have to have a line drawn in order to divide into multiple segments. So this will divide a line into multiple segments. So we want to select the line that you want to divide. Here it shows you the start end is the bottom, and it goes its way up. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So let's take a look at the segments. Let's take an edit function. And here you will see that you have the number of segments that you want to divide. Let's say I want to divide it by 5. And in this case, it will give you the name option. So if you want to do walls on here, you can. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as D1 for the divided points into a DP1. Put a description of what that is. And then if I want to place it on wall points later, I can go ahead and do that here. You do have the option to change it from number of segments if you click on the cycle button here to actual segment length instead. So you can divide it that way if you want a particular value or again by number of segments. Go ahead and exit out. So if you want to reverse the start, in this case, it doesn't matter because you are dividing it in segments. You can actually reverse it using the reverse key here. So if you were to be using the segment length, you want to make sure that you specify from what starting point you want to use. Once you define your information and your properties, you go ahead and select create. And again, this will go ahead and place the points and assign them in there. So remember, you have to have a line in order to use the divide tool here. Okay. After, you can go ahead and go back into the line segment, click on your line, and then delete that line. And you notice that it divided the line. So you want to go ahead and select multiple options and delete that line. So this is a good way to divide between 2 points equal number of segments.